What's good? You're listening to Culture Quest, where we ask the question, why are we like this? On this podcast, we explore culture, but culture specific to us as Bahamians, us as Black people, Caribbean people, all that good stuff. So I'm MCK, and I'm here with the homie from Time, Jay as usual. And of course, Proof is here with us as well. We're going to talk it up, going to talk all things us. And as always, shout out to Solid Network. So first of all, we got to start the podcast off as is tradition with some show and prove. We gotta talk about Bahamian culture. We got what make us, what would give us the right, right? Like Jay, what give you the right to talk about this?
What gives me the right is that working to a company as a Bahamian, we all experience a company where the boss hires somebody that don't know how to do the job at all, but that's his nephew or that's his auntie or something. You know, that extreme nepotism. I feel like I experienced that. Only the way Bahamians can.
It was never your daddy though. It was never you. It was never the
funny story, but I could wait till that later. I experienced that until I realized I wasn't the case.
Jeez. What about you, Proof? What you got today?
Yo, so y'all know I had a lot of experience with the islands. Literally the islands, right? Let's just y'all ever hunt, kill, and eat your meal, right? Like fresh. Nah. So I hunt wild pig before, right? That was an experience, right? Ain't nothing better than fresh wild pork, right?
So how you kill a hog? Is it you take a rock? You take like a bear?
I wish you tried. I wish you tried. You might not live to tell about it. Gun to the head, bro. That's the only way to kill them. I've seen them take bullets. I've seen them take bullets and still charge me.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
they taste good.
Vicious, bro. Exactly. Fresh wild pork is goated.
It's the adrenaline, right? Like the blood pumping in the pig. You see it.
It's experience with. It's experience with.
Why you squeezing the pig? But everybody who's listening don't watch it. Why you get your hands to that, bro?
That's simulating the juiciness of the meat, babe. That's all it is.
So get yourself some pork today, yeah. Unless religious reasons. Assalamu alaikum.
But fresh Andros pork.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. So I guess for me, my baby proof point today is I used to have a prescription pair of Oaks. Like I was so into the Oak world that like my doctor just said, "Hey, listen, you ain't gonna see straight unless you put these Oaks on." And I did get robbed several times for them, but I think I think I have the right to chime in. Yeah,
talk about Bahamian is.
Exactly. Like if you never get either robbed by huffers or get your Oaks teeth, then I don't know what to tell you. But today's episode is brought to you by your local MP. Election, come and hit them up if you need a job. Y'all ever hit up your MP if you need a job?
No, I never
get a job from your MP.
Nope.
I'm afraid y'all gotta do better on that, yo. But no, seriously, today we talking about work. We're talking about making a living. We're talking about getting a paper. We're talking about job, a job. We're talking about work. This is what hold on, sorry. Yeah. I lose my place in this thing. Okay, yeah. Okay. So we're talking about what is the most Bahamian job? Are we surviving? What opportunities exist out there? And what haven't we tapped into yet? So all of that in this one episode, we're gonna get into it. Talking about work. So I guess the first question I want to ask is like, are we all currently employed at the moment?
That's funny.
I am employed at the moment.
You sound like you got a story to tell, Jay. I am employed at the moment.
I'm employed at the moment. I just said that's funny.
Yeah. So just because not that if you're unemployed you got off the conversation, but what sector is your job and that is where you work, but give us a general feel.
Oh, I ain't got no problem telling the people I sell Avon. You kept me up.
You know, that's what they call it, huh?
Yeah, man. Well, we could call it finance then, since we ain't gonna label it.
Finance. What about you, bro?
Finance,
Finance,
telecom.
telecom, and I'm in advertising. Right? Okay, so we have a job. We in diverse fields, so we have a nice little breadth of experiences here.
Mm.
What's the job you wanted as a kid? What was your bag of be this when I grew up?
I could actually say I have the job that I wanted as a kid. I've
You
been
want to be
dealing
in
with computers from.
telecoms as a kid?
I wanted no. Technically, I mean not to get into too much, right? Telecoms is the field. Specifically, I mean I would
Yeah.
say that I doing what I wanted to do as a job. So
Mm.
Yeah, you was always into like computers and electronics
I
and
was I was always into tech. So I
that's dope.
just kind of worked my way into that career path and it working. So I ride in this wave.
Yeah, do it for sure.
You might be one of the few people who considered, but like they in the, at least in the field what they started out wanting to do. Because most times
Yep.
I feel like we start out and then change our mind. You know, when people I
Hmm.
didn't talk, but they won't be doctors. They go on in as what it is, biochem. I might have a first
And
semester.
switch.
I feel
That's
like
it. Switch.
like you didn't get shot at
No,
somebody, but
nobody just said, but
yeah.
when I wanted to grow up, I wanted to be a spy though.
When you wanted to grow up, you all grew up no more.
No, no, not at all.
I think that's a personal thing. Yeah, none of us want to grow up no more. But I wanted
Nope.
to grow up.
But yeah, I wanted to be a spy. That was my first like job type of thing.
Classic.
So technically, I working in the field as an actor.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah,
Yeah.
a
Yeah. That's
spy.
good. That's good.
Yeah,
So,
realistically, I mean, oh,
but
the other
when you
option.
was thinking about being a spy, right? You wasn't thinking about like, oh, I want this salary. I want like a 401k. You just like this what I want to do, right?
No, man, all I wanted to do is be different, like dress up and like act like different things and like sneak around and stuff.
Dress up in spandex and oh, not spandex, but
That's
spandex.
right. That's right. Different. I never thought
Yeah,
about like the benefits on if I got to pay an ID or none of that. I never thought about
right.
that.
Even like the money, like I don't know if it's like that for you proof too, but like when you think about what you want to do when you was a kid, you don't really think about
It wasn't about,
the
bro, I
benefit,
want to
right?
do this to make a living. It was like, wait, I want to do this because I like to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Nowadays, we looking forward to the paycheck at the end of the week.
Bruh.
It's
Yeah,
like, bro,
even if you like to do it or not.
even if you like it,
Yeah,
pay
for
me.
sure. But I think that's there's a little gem in there somewhere. Like you know what I mean? Like let's get back to that point where we
Really?
did the work because we wanted it. You know, we're passionate about it. But anyway, like yeah, I guess the first job I wanted to do was I want to be a detective. 'Cause I was watching the news and it was like, oh, tonight this person get robbed, that person. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna
I
make a
can solve this
difference,
murder.
and I'm gonna bring justice. And yeah, I wanted to be a detective, but it didn't work. Well, more specifically, my mom is like, yo, them niggas don't make no money,
That's crazy, right?
and I was like, ah.
Uh,
And I kind of changed my whole trajectory. But to Jay point, which we stepping on some going, because I studied I studied biochem for a while because I also after the detective thing I was gonna do forensics, but that ain't working out at all because being math, I'm just like
but
the
own your
best
truth,
at it
bro.
now.
Own your truth.
I can count money
Uh,
now, but yeah, like that chemistry really do me for one too. But yeah, like I I'm not in the field that I say I wanted to at first, but definitely found my way to some version of a field that at least I could
Enjoy.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I wanted to be a detective, and I studied biochemistry for 2 seconds. But like, uh, that made me think. But like, what was your first job ever? Anyone can start.
Outside probably working with my mommy, like selling goods or what's not. So my mommy was the cup lady for time. So outside of working out the
And yet you
money,
never taste the product.
yeah.
Crazy.
My first official job outside of that was construction.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
back in the day, the construction days.
Yeah, you see.
If y'all don't know, me and Jay used to work construction for a couple of summers back in the day, and
Ryan and Watson.
we we built a couple of schools, but we built like two or three schools.
And we no legit like we built on it all.
Yeah,
It ain't for the faint of heart. I could tell you that much.
but yeah, they
Follow
don't
my
have no
cousin on the
specialist.
construction site one day, never going back,
And
never
then
going back.
there's like you just get criticized, but like you killing yourself working. Man, y'all working too slow, man. It's like, but you can't be serious, bro.
You dying.
Like, but I 15. Like, I'm not going to like break my spine.
No, and what was bad was they had us like sieving sand. But I hate getting my hands dirty, so it's there like every so
Bro,
often.
you on the construction site, bro.
Yeah, I was,
No, that was oh
the
my
money
god.
was
Wow.
good though. The money back then was good, but like
No, the money
that
was
was,
not. The money
you think
was
it's
good at a certain point. It was good at a certain point. So let me tell you about how working in the Bahamas is work, right? So we was working that construction job. My pay set. Same pay every dime, every dime, every dime. We blessed. Just thankful for the job. Next summer we gone back. Slaving, but they pay same time every time. So this nigga, this gentleman, he left the job before me. So when he left the job, they was like, I don't come here with your brother no more. Like where your brother is. I was like, my brother? Not my brother. They was there like, hold on, that ain't your brother? So you ain't so and so son? All right, bet. Next week, I see my check getting short. I was there like, what happened? NIB boss.
mother free. You was on the books now.
Mother,
That's great. You should be able to
that's
go get a
crazy.
contribution. I bet you
That's
got a
crazy.
contribution.
They
But
started
yeah, that's
talking
crazy.
my pay the minute they realized I was in family.
But the money for me, but you used to like walk away with like you can walk away with like a 6 piece every week and you're like 16 years old, bro.
Hmm.
I remember like work was hard, but I used to be like, but if I could tug it out for 4 weeks, I could go Miami and ball out. So that was the whole
I
goal.
couldn't do it, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally did construction for a while, but I guess that was like my first job. I also worked like a water plant. I worked to like not Chelsea Choice. Was it? Yes, it was Chelsea Choice. Yeah, that's where I worked. I did work at Chelsea Choice for a while. That was interesting. But that was a,
I would imagine it to be so.
yeah, it was
Um,
hard work.
yeah.
But your
I
first
can't say
job,
that my first job was remotely difficult. Growing up on the island comes with its perks, but
this nigga in the
like for
island.
real, but my listen to me. My very first job was at a dive resort. I learned how to scuba dive that summer, get certified and everything.
That's a hard
Very
job, bro.
first job. No, it's
That
not, bro. That
that
is not.
easy.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you where the perks come in. Right, you get to meet women, people from all over the world. Right,
Mm-hmm.
fresh out of high school, bro. 16. Right, full of energy.
Yeah.
My manager at the time was like, bro, me and another one of my classmates that graduated the same year worked there at summer. Manager bet us. You probably shouldn't say this on the board. Anyway, it was a lot of years ago. How many girls y'all could get by the end of the summer?
Mother free.
$500. Bro, I was 16. 4 weeks? Bet. say less.
What island is this again?
It's Andros, bro.
No niggas looking to put in their application.
No,
Right. This was I couldn't ask for a better summer job. This is my very first job, but it started as a summer job the year before, and I ended up back there, and
Yeah,
that's what I did my first couple of months out of school.
yeah.
the sad part is you don't even know that they had y'all on the advertising brochure.
But it is what it is. I know. Hold on, wait. They should be paying me for this now, wait.
No
They
boy.
should be pimping
That's,
y'all out.
run me my money. But yeah,
That's no mention in the before they get shut down.
no,
No
no,
money
no, no.
over there. No.
They
Well,
shall remain anonymous.
what how much money you make on that first job? Like,
Um, well, first off, this was a lot of years. Let's
yeah.
preface it by saying that. Secondly, I would make I was making up to 300 a week, right? At 16.
Yeah.
The plus side is this being a dive resort, I had access to. Well, they was feeding us, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Whenever you on the property, you eat
Right.
whatever, right? You had opportunities to work other positions on the resort as well. I used to bartend sometimes at 16. Well, I mean, kind of shout out a bartender at 16. But I mean, I had opportunity. So I
Yeah.
had access, in addition to what I was making, I had access to the property, like free reign.
Yeah. So a lot of perks.
Yeah.
It's basically a body. Okay. So
Yeah, was a pretty good job.
what how much you used to make on your first joint? Say?
I think before we used to make 300 too, and then after I get orphanized or something, I started making like
Started to play contributions, bro.
yeah, I started making like two something. I can't even remember. That was a lot of NIB, like maybe two something after that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I gone from 300 to two something. So yeah,
Yeah, I probably used to make about 225 a week. And it was like it was not worth it whatsoever. Like the amount of work you was doing compared to like what you was making, bro. It was like it was just not worth it. So that made me just think about like what minimum wage is right now. It's like six something.
Six
five.
fifty,
I think it's
six
five.
fifty hour.
What's 650? When?
As of last year, it went up to 650. $6
Yeah,
and
I
fifty
think
cents an hour.
50,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Home wage is $6.50 an hour.
Oh, you
unfortunately.
got your boss now. He's like, what?
Like,
Yeah,
wait, y'all got some back pay for me?
I thought it was I thought it was like 555 or something like that.
No,
I
it
think
went up. It went up last year.
that was six twenty
They
five.
increased it.
It's 650. Okay, yeah. So 650 an hour.
Uh,
Uh, you think that's enough money for people to
No,
survive off of?
no.
Six
uh,
The
basically.
cost of living, the
Yeah.
cost to just live, 650 can't maintain that, bro. Can't sustain that, let alone maintain it.
So how people surviving? Because that's minimum wage.
Barely, barely. I mean,
oh,
I
Barely
mean,
making
if you would visit the last episode, that would kind of equate to why the crime's so high.
maybe yeah.
another thing is that people just staying together. You'll see it's very rarely that you would see like a single person home or something like that. You'll see mostly people still living at home, like multiple families in one home, like things like that.
But wouldn't that make it easier to advance? I guess. Let's say
No,
like you living together, right? And you're not paying what you would have paid for the rent. You pooling together resources, or you essentially stocking a little bit
mm,
so you can eventually get on your foot. What is it just that bad that they ain't even no room to get on
they
your
do
foot?
they do that to reach a certain level because based on minimum wage, two-person salary is still bottom tier certain jobs. So
Yeah.
it's that like you need about three of them just to probably live middle class.
How much you think the average payment makes a year? Like a year. The average payment.
Average is subjective.
I'd say
Mhm.
between 28 to 35. I
No,
think that's high.
Yeah,
no.
But
that's
an
not high to
average
me.
payment,
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be the average because I know a place where I wasn't making that, and I was making more than some people.
Right.
oh, so you're saying it lower?
Yeah, you say 28 to 35. I'm saying that I worked at a place where I didn't make that, and
Mm-hmm.
I was the exception to some people.
So let's extend it then. Let's say about 20 to 35.
You think really like you think the Bahamas are there making $20,000
Yes,
a year working
yes.
Yeah,
full time?
yeah.
That's that's actually crazy. Like I understand like there are certain circumstances, like for instance in the Bahamas where dollar value, this and that, whatever, whatever, right? But like on paper, just hearing that in your
Hearing
ears,
that
like
That's
ad number,
crazy, right?
twenty
bro,
thousand dollars a year for a full time job. That is crazy. There are people who work at Starbucks in the states who make more than that part time.
listen to me. Depending on where you work, you could be making as little as $10,000, ten thousand
In a
nine hundred
year.
base annually.
That's
And
crazy.
With
in order for you to make more than that, you have to pick up shifts or work overtime.
Okay, so let's say the average payment making, let's call it 22,000, right? Because I just don't even want to say my most $20,000. Let's call it $22,000. 20. That's 24,000, right?
before you even start that, right? I just calculated
Mm-hmm. The
what
minimum wage,
minimum wage equals to per annum. It's
18
less
some.
than $13,000, bro.
My God, 650 hour, 40 hours a week.
At 40 hours a week, at 4 weeks in a month, at 12 months in a year. $12,480, bro.
So if you only making minimum wage, that's what you bring it home
That's
to.
what you taking home. That's not even contributions, bro. That's not even national insurance yet.
Yeah, that's scary. That's the show get dead. The breast is just that's really
Bro.
scary. Bro. Like, okay, so okay, I imagine, right? I know most payments have a side hustle, right?
Mm.
So let's call it, let's say 60 hours a week. That's what the math is on that at the same rate.
Let's see.
60 hours a week at the same rate. That means you working
That's 18,
20 more hours.
$18,700.
You on that 20 yet?
No.
Okay. All right. So let's imagine average payment making 22,000. I still can be generous. Let's say $22,000 a year.
All
What
right.
is minimum? What is middle class now then?
If the average making 22,000.
So if you're making 35,000 a year, you freaking middle class, eh?
Yeah.
And if you're making
But I think the
6K or
middle
more a year,
class I think the middle class scale is a bit larger though
do you think so?
than
I think it,
from
I think it
from the
might not
average to the.
exist.
You think so? Hmm.
I think it may not even exist. I think there might be like such a big gap between the two that like
Yeah.
middle class almost like don't exist. Bro. Is either you have it or you don't.
And that's the thing. Um, People been saying this, but the middle class dying out to the point where it'd be like, what is middle class?
What is
That's
middle
that's
It's,
class?
true.
it's gonna be poor and rich. That's
And
what it's gonna be.
rich. Yeah. Those
Uh,
lines have been blurred now.
I have trying to pull up a salary survey.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to see the basics. Okay. So, in a survey of 172 people, shout out to A to Z.com. This was Bahamian salary is. The
Hmm.
average, the most common salary was 30,000. But
Inflated for sure.
yeah, but the average age was 80 to 45. I mean, the range was 18 to 45, with the
Mm.
average age between 26 to 29 years old. But um, 1 to 25 is the years of college experience or college, I guess, knowledge, or what's not?
One
What's
to
not?
20.
Hold on 1 second. No, but see, this is the thing. Out of 172 people, 50% of the respondents had a bachelor's degree.
Hmm. Okay. First of all, that's not a large sample at all. But
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
but
So you're talking about a group of people who's essentially educated.
yeah. So we could see that education pay. I mean, that's everywhere, but we see that for you to be
Make a little
educated to
more.
an extent,
Yeah.
you're still making 30 in the Bahamas.
Yeah. And that's a bachelor's degree, right? Like obviously you could go and you could get a master's, you could get a PhD, you could get a doctor's degree, whatever. Um, but yeah, so that's so
Mhm.
I think we could argue middle class is like 35, maybe
Okay, yeah.
30, 35 to 50, 55, something like that. And then if you in the seven, if you're making like 70,000, you kinda doing good.
Yeah,
Like
you're on the higher end.
yeah, you in our context, you more on you straight, like your money kinda good, which
Do
is which is
something.
Yeah. I think that's a comfortable place to be.
yeah, like you making 70, not for me, that ain't no money, but Generally speaking. No, I mean
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah,
my personal standard of like what money is, it's not really money. But then like when you look at comparatively making freaking $20,000, that's a huge difference, right?
yeah, for
You
sure.
know. But yeah, that's crazy. So basically you gotta work at least two jobs. At least. And then like Jay said, you gotta do the cohabitating and the you know what I mean, pooling resources thing, living with family, because I mean it just mathematically don't add up, right? And then what rent is on
It,
average
I, I think the
a wrap
average was like, yeah, around put 950 and up.
for like
yeah,
a one bedroom.
yeah,
Oh, that's crazy, bro. Wow. So that made me think about, wait, what is a good job at this point? Obviously, one that pays more than one that pay at least 30,000 a year.
One
We
that
are
pay,
we're landing a
one
good
that
job.
actually pays. One that actually
Yeah.
pays is the first one.
hmm So
That's a
that's the
good
first
job.
criteria. You're actually getting
It actually
the
pays.
checks clearing, right?
it's
Then
something with solid benefits.
yeah,
Oh,
and then you
benefits.
get pay on time because you know places over here don't pay on time. At that,
That's the next thing. So the check clearing on time, and then some sort of benefit,
yeah, some
right?
sort flip.
Ideally, not toxic, non-toxic environment.
We ain't even there yet. Toxic, not toxic is a privilege.
That's more than a good job.
Wow,
That's like
That, that,
something
that,
more than
that's
that's
that.
that's
like
the above and beyond right there.
that's
That's
like if you have
crazy.
a great job in the Bahamas because I don't feel like most employers sometimes understand what a toxic workplace is.
Don't even
Flip.
know.
Some
Yeah,
places don't even have HR.
yeah. What is an HR?
You exactly. You know what HR is? The same boss talk to you bad. You can't
Yeah,
even
hold on.
go to HR.
Come to my office on Tuesday. We can talk about it. So, so you think most people would interpret a good job as basically the money got to be right,
Yeah,
and
that I feel like that's the basic level.
Yeah,
I think
something that
too,
could.
like I think it's important to consider like what you call it, the ability to grow, like as far as like
Growth and
promotion.
progression.
Like they in a dead end. Like I could
And
I
ain't
could
some place that you
become
could get stagnant.
Yeah.
yeah, like even if I'm making 35 down my ceiling, right, like, I could potentially
Yeah,
You get
make more
potentially get
money.
more.
Now I know Bahamas, like for instance, the government system, you get promotions and you get raises and stuff. But
Yeah.
I think the amount of time it take to see real money, like you literally, it'll be like 30 years seniority to
deep,
like really see
real. Yeah,
like good money. I mean, everything is variable because
Uh,
engineers, engineers can make good money. For instance, right? Ministry of Works, I think they can make, especially compared to what that number we just said, they can make real money. But you have to
I
work
mean,
so long to make serious money. I think in a lot of these agencies, government agencies.
yeah. But the
What
the
would you say is the best job out there for a behemoth? Like if you land this, the whole block, the whole block straight, you make it on the hood.
I know because they used to say government jobs was like that for security.
and that's exactly what I would have said. I mean, if you looking for security in some place you could ride that out, then government job is probably your best bet. I
Not,
no, let me not say that. A good option, not your best bet.
uh, and
Yeah,
plus,
because I feel like if you're lucky enough to go private sector, that's where obviously the money is. But I feel like it's a lot of it is like political, right? Like a really political game to get in there.
mm,
Like for me, I don't trust that. If I have like a really excellent portfolio, I could walk into a establishment and just like land a job off of my credentials. I don't know if that's like just my own insecurities about the Bahamas and the job market, but I get the sense like you kind of need to know somebody or have an in. And I mean that ain't exclusive to the Bahamas, that's everywhere, right? Like you having an in obviously helps, but I just don't feel like I could have like an excellent portfolio and necessarily land a well paying job home. Y'all feel different about that?
um, And see, that's the thing. You can have a great portfolio, walk in a place and get a job. Yes, but well paying, that's still selective because I mean, I don't want to be like the pay salary guy, but the pay ranges over here don't compare to other places or other in the field. So
Yeah,
someone doing let's say an engineer over here could walk in with a same portfolio someplace else and get a higher paying job probably in another part of the world. But that's just the way work
yeah,
works. Yeah, we have different pay scales based on, I guess, the country, and that might be a worldwide thing too. You know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess that's you got to consider the context of where he is. But okay, if a government job is the cushy job, at least you got security for that. What should be the highest paid job in the bottom? Who should be getting that check? Should it be teachers, prime minister, police officers, farmers, the roster on each street? Like who deserves that check? You think like in our society, like this job should be like 350,000 $350,000 a year at least.
Or I mean, for me, I might say teachers. I might say teachers
That's
That's a
because
that's a safe answer. I mean, is a truthful answer. I think there's
yeah,
truth in it. But obviously, yeah, teachers. Obviously, you got to put up with them snotty nosed children all the time.
yep.
It'd be nice. A teacher should be able to retire for sure. Like you've been a teacher for 15 years, you should be able to say, okay. And I let me preface it: a certain level of teacher. I don't feel like you can just teach like K-12 for 13 years and walk away with an M. Um,
Say K
my
12.
my person my personal K2 K3 whatever my personal opinion, just like anything else, right? It's go with like the level of intensity that you're working with, but you deal with these high school and junior high kids
yeah.
and stuff like that. You should be able to buy a BMO after you finish for sure.
Yeah, well,
I
it'll
don't
die
know.
start with the Bay or they don't have the stress.
I don't
I
know
mean,
who else in that school.
the plus side about, I mean, teachers in the private schools probably making some good money. Let's start there.
You think so?
So if this comment is specific to teachers in the government system, then sure, give them the 350K. Give they need it, they earn it.
You can imagine if like
But the
Mr.
private
Goals used
school,
to make 350.
I feel like the private schools get paid well.
How well? And a payment content. We talking like 60? We talking more?
Probably, they probably start off maybe
About
40,
that,
yeah, or somewhere around there.
Yeah, y'all let us know in the comments how much teachers is making the private sector. I actually want to know, like y'all you can say your cousin or whatever, but I interested to know like what
yeah,
y'all make. I was actually really intrigued about like how much people make based on their jobs and stuff like that, like the field. Um, but I don't know who should get the highest paid job. It have to be. I think journalists should probably make more than they make.
Uh,
Um,
yeah.
because like that ain't a solid job. When I say solid, I mean like there's a lot of work. There's a lot of like research. You have to do things by the book. There's legal ramifications. You have to do everything type. There's a lot of hours, and then
I mean,
people don't
that come with
appreciate.
perks too, though. Depending on how good you are as a journalist and what your ranking is in the company, you get to travel.
I mean, you're traveling for work, though.
Getting Yeah, but you get to experience things you probably wouldn't ordinarily get to experience. I mean, particularly at the level you get to experience it. You know what I mean? That come with
Yeah,
access too.
I think every job should have some level, some perk attached to it. Like even if you work Chick
Yeah,
Fil A, you should get some free nuggets
some
or
extra
something like that
jiggity.
on it.
You,
Like,
you,
yeah, but like I don't know. I feel like that's a job. It's a job that people kind of like underrate. Um, I think it could be also like viewed as glamorous in a way,
journalists?
but like you get to dress up and be on TV. I think it is
Uh,
perspective,
or like
but it
Yeah,
is it's a
yeah,
yeah.
lot of work.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Y'all let us know who y'all think should hold the highest paycheck in the country.
Yeah,
Um,
which work should be rewarded um expeditiously.
yeah, And then like yeah, just so I have a tell them I say that just need to get this on my chest
Mm.
for this episode. So my since you're talking about work and opportunities and stuff like that, stop telling students abroad to come home unless y'all cutting the appropriate checks. All right, it's an insult and it's silly. I remember I had to fill out an application for a scholarship, and they were like, "Oh, how do you plan to put back in the country?" And I was like, I don't plan to. Just because I'm behemoth don't mean I'm entitled to come and give you my skills
Uh,
because I'm a behemoth. Like, let's stop it. I'm gonna come back. You're not gonna cut me the check. The industry don't exist even, to be honest, and it's insulting. How about let's spend the time that you take spitting up your mouth to ask a question to make sure that there are correct jobs that you can actually invest in these industries, right? Certain jobs literally don't even exist. You would have to get an adjacent job, right? Like if you're an illustrator, they get, oh, you come in to draw comic books for the newspaper. Like that's insulting. Oh, you gotta go sell caricatures over PI. Like take the time to invest in the industry. Stop telling people that would literally get paid 200% more money elsewhere to come back home for some sort of like blind patriotism. I don't owe the Bahamas anything by the sake of being a Bahamian. I am a Bahamian everywhere that I go. I could go to Jabim and do excellent work, and that'll be a reflection of great Bahamian excellence. I don't have to come home, and that's the only way I validated of being a contributing factor to the country. Please stop. Y'all wouldn't even cut the check. You literally tell me I overqualified. So build the infrastructure, make the policies and decisions that would allow individuals to thrive. Bahamians should be able to explore other avenues of success without having to be a freaking political genius or even an entrepreneur. Because there's this whole thing about like the entrepreneur culture and have your own business, and everybody don't need to have their own business either. That's not everybody ain't called to that. Stop doing it. It's like just let's take the time to not just invest in two industries in the country. Let's actually build out these the government make this is the time we call them the government them need to do this. Please invest in different industries. We have three and a half industries. Invest. There are people
What's
famous
what's the
studying
half?
all type of things all over the world. The two and a half industries. Stop it. All right. And stop telling Bahamians, yeah, we need you here with that. No matter what you tell them your job is, boy, we need more of that over here. You tell them use clean shoes. Boy, we really need some more shoe cleaners and this. It's like stop. Y'all ain't gonna pay the people for to clean the shoes. Like keep it moving. Say great for you, good for you. Go there and do great things. Or it would be beautiful if you could cut that check and I could come home and I could lay on the beach on the weekend. But if you ain't cutting the check, keep it moving. Don't bring that foolishness around there. Tell them I said that. You
that was a
good?
mouthful.
So
All right.
You good? You good? You got everything off your chest?
I think I said what I need to say. So before we wrap up this episode, of course, we've been talking about this culture icon of the year award for weeks now, right? I don't think we have come up with a name for it. This my pitch for the name, the culture crown.
I mean,
Yeah,
seeing as you know
I
what
don't like
office,
that.
I mean, that
I
first place.
mean,
Y'all just gonna leave me hanging there.
no man, like Jay said, ain't no other names in the bucket.
Not a face.
So
So
right
why
now,
not you in first place?
yeah, that name in first place. So
The
that name in
culture
first place.
crown. Who will be crowned? It writes itself, bro. All right. So the culture crown, culture icon of the year award. We've been nominating people who we think deserve the honor of being say, hey, this person is a culture icon. They really, been holding it down and showing up and doing that thing and whatever that feel or whatever that subculture is. And right now we have. Well, first of all, let's congratulate again the place that won the culture spot of the year, Super Value. Sing the Super Value song.
The song copyrighted, so we can't really use it
Okay,
for
but
commercial use right now.
but imagine the song, Super Value. Congratulations once again. That's the culture spot of the year. But right now we have three candidates still left. The nominees left for culture icon, and we got to get rid of one of them today. All right. So we have Miles Monroe as one of our nominees. The late great Miles Monroe. You have the provocative Darren Miller. He's still kicking and running and kicking and running. And then we have the Right Honorable former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram. You get any y'all can do a Hubert Ingram voice?
I got it.
Nope.
I was
Yeah, I
really
ain't got it
hoping you
either.
had it.
I ain't got it.
I'm
What's
really
it?
good at it. I never could do it, but it is iconic, right? So
Yep.
who we sending off to Beulah Land today?
This could be a tough one, and it hurts me, but my vote. I vote for the Right Honorable former Prime Minister. Hubert
Wow,
Ingram.
Papa gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta vote. I gotta vote for Papa. You all Papa.
Why Papa gotta go today? Why today of all days?
When I just think like contributions stacked up, like I just think I
I
just think
love the image, bro. I
like
love like you can be the prime minister of the country and be like, I
like
don't
like,
do you really do that much?
like when I think of it, I just think in Kuchini and Kumulis. Like I just like Kuchini. Like I just
And
think
then
of that,
Papa on the team.
and I just think of like President Obama being shaken up, and like everybody acknowledging Miles Monroe and just the impact that he made on a global scale. Like it's rough. It's rough.
It is rough. It is a toughie.
But
But you
I gotta
get
vote
rid of
for
Hubert.
to leave to go back in retirement.
Well, okay. What about you, Boo?
um, I mean, I really don't have no horse in this race, but if I had to vote somebody off, I'd vote off Papa as well, only because I don't like red.
Mother face. So there's a political as he drink from a red as he sip from a red, that's just perfect comedic timing. Oh man. So
Yeah,
so
that's me.
you guys have your political dislikes to vote now. Proof. Anyway, all right. So I guess it don't really matter at this point. But thank you for your service, right honorable.
Hold on. Who you voting for?
I voting off the right honorable too. Politicians have done great things for this country, but I think it's important that we prove that you don't have to be uh, a prime minister or a sovereign leader in order to be an icon for Culture Quest. All right, you don't have to be, you know, a lawyer and and we appreciate the contribution that Cuban has done.
Yes,
Obviously,
great
you
man.
know, and just aside from the contribution, is an icon. I mean, his voice, his character, the way he show up, that laugh.
Yep.
I mean, the guy is undoubtedly top five all time Bayman icons, right?
Yep.
But I think it's important that we show, like, icons ain't just this isn't just a political thing. It could transcend that, and so thank you, Wiggity. But we link up on the next side, and,
Oh, man.
that leaves Dr. Miles Monroe
Just two.
and Darren Miller live.
Mr. Live and provocative himself.
So we getting close, y'all, and then let us know. You can still throw your hand in for who you think people's choice, and then and our honorable mentions was what the Rasta
Who's
was in
being on the street?
the street.
Yeah. I remember Rasta, but with them.
But anyway, shout out all the nominees.
Yeah.
We getting close. We getting close. We
You
gotta
know,
get one like one.
we
I
should have
think
leave Rasta on the
a
list and
trophy.
over.
Why? Why is it?
Because Ross is the only one who's still selling bag of peanut for $1. Everybody else gone up.
You know what type of economic strategy you have to keep that price point like that?
Consistent for years. You should
know,
leave Ross on the list.
You must just make them peanut.
And they must just grow them for true because I sure peanut numbers inflated too now.
Or maybe he just like taking a profit loss, and it's about the people.
No, I think he cutting costs. Ross is be roasting them peanuts on the side of the road, bro.
No, you will not. You will not.
Ross to have a roaster on his bike, bro. That's a compliment. That is a compliment. That's not an accusation, and that's not me speaking for it. That's actually a compliment. You getting fresh, hot roasted peanuts, bro?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's clutch. That's clutch. No, that's a good thing. That's clutch, bro.
Okay, we will not have no Rasta Slam on Culture Quest. Absolutely not. All right, well, that's this episode. Oh, by the way, I was thinking for the is that a trophy? What if we get like a big ropey with a gold
With a crown.
with a gold crown?
That's it. A coin.
Yeah, that's it. So
Yeah.
Until next time, appreciate y'all tuning in to Culture Quest. We catch y'all on the flip. Link up.
You.
Yeah, I see.